Chosen one, pause right here. This moment did not find you by accident. Heaven aligned your steps, your timing, and even your breath to bring you into this divine encounter. Something in the spirit has shifted, and your name is being spoken in realms you cannot see. Anointed One, you are standing at the edge of a supernatural release, a financial breakthrough, a divine transfer that has already begun moving in your direction. For the Lord declares that nothing hidden will remain concealed. As this word goes forth, let your spirit awaken, your faith rise, and your expectation open. You were summoned for this. Chosen One. What is happening around you right now is not ordinary. It is not random. It is not luck or coincidence. This moment has been carved into your life by divine intention, and heaven is leaning in. You can feel it already, the shift in the atmosphere, the tug in your spirit, the quiet, knowing that something has been set in motion on your behalf. I need you to hear me with your spirit, not just your ears. This interruption is divine. This message is a summons. I know this feeling because I have lived through moments like this myself. Moments where God slipped into an ordinary day with an unexplainable urgency, where something I wasn't even looking for suddenly began to look for me. That same supernatural alignment is happening for you right now. You didn't stumble into this word by accident. The hand of God brought you here because something tied to your name is rising again. Something that was once dismissed, delayed, or buried is resurfacing with force. Chosen One, heaven has not forgotten you. What concerns you concerns God, and what belongs to you carries a spiritual imprint that cannot be erased. I remember a season in my own life when everything felt silent, doors shut, opportunities dried up, and people I trusted hid truth from me. But even in that silence, heaven was rearranging the path beneath my feet. Some blessings don't come when you expect them. They come when you are ready to carry them, and right now you are ready. This is the part you need to understand. A divine transfer is already in motion. Something bearing your name, something that legally, spiritually, and prophetically belongs to you has awakened, and just like the lawyer in this prophetic message, someone has been assigned to your case, not by courts, not by coincidence, but by divine order. They don't even know why they feel drawn to your name. They just know they must move. That is how divine alignment works. Even people who don't believe in destiny find themselves obeying it. Chosen One, heaven is restoring what you lost and revealing what you never knew was yours. There are two things, two assignments, two blessings, two inheritances moving toward you right now. One reaches backward into your past, reclaiming what was stolen or withheld. The other stretches into your future, unlocking what you were always meant to receive. And the timing of this is not negotiable, it is appointed. I need you to breathe for a moment. Slow, steady, because this next truth will stir your soul. Your name is echoing. In places you have never stepped into, in conversations you were not present for, in documents you never signed, your name is appearing. I've seen God do this. I've seen Him pull my name into rooms where my feet had never walked, into discussions I had no access to, into opportunities that felt impossible. That same supernatural pattern is happening for you. The lawyer in this prophetic sign isn't chasing you out of trouble. He's chasing you because something tied to you has awakened. Something that was hidden, covered, forgotten, even intentionally buried, is now resurfacing. And heaven is not suggesting it returns to you. Heaven is commanding it. Chosen One, this is restoration. This is justice. This is divine timing in full motion. I know what it feels like to carry wounds that never fully healed, questions that never received answers, blessings that seemed permanently delayed. But I also know what it feels like when God suddenly steps in and flips the entire narrative in a moment. And that is what you're walking into now, a divine reversal. You're not behind, you're in perfect timing. And right now, that timing is opening a path for the two things assigned to your name, one that heals your past and one that unlocks your future. Chosen one, this is where the story turns. Chosen one, lean in. What I'm about to reveal carries weight. You may feel your spirit stirring, your breathing deepen, your skin tingle. That's because this message is touching something sacred inside you, a memory your soul never forgot, a promise heaven never erased. There is a reason this lawyer feels drawn to your name, a reason orders shifted, a reason files resurfaced. When heaven releases a decree, even earthly systems bend. That is what's unfolding around you. Not paperwork, not coincidence, but alignment. Chosen one. Heaven has assigned someone to locate what belongs to you. They might be a literal lawyer, a financial officer, a manager, a stranger, or someone whose path has been divinely linked to yours. What matters is not who they are, but what they are carrying. They hold evidence of something tied to your identity, something that has waited for the right spiritual maturity, the right season, the right alignment, the right you. I've lived through this before. I remember a time when a door I'd given up on suddenly reopened years later. No explanation, no warning. A blessing I thought was lost reached back for me, and the moment it did, I understood delays don't delete destiny. They protect it, and heaven is protecting yours. The two things tied to your name right now are not ordinary. They are divine assignments, one connected to what you lost, the other connected to who you're becoming. One is a restoration, the other is a promotion. Together, they form a sequence heaven has been writing long before you felt the shift. Chosen one. The first assignment answers a prayer you stopped praying. You let it go because the pain was too heavy or the silence was too long. But heaven did not let it go. Heaven stored it, preserved it, guarded it. The second assignment opens a path you haven't walked yet, but your spirit has sensed for months, maybe years. A path that feels like destiny, alignment, and purpose woven into one supernatural moment. And now, the messenger, whoever is carrying these assignments, is experiencing things they can't explain. Dreams, inner nudges, unusual clarity about your name. They don't even know why they feel such reverence, but the truth is simple. They're handling something holy. They're touching something that belongs to an anointed one. Chosen one. Your spirit is being prepared for what's approaching. That's why you've felt transitions in the last weeks, moments of discomfort, sudden clarity, emotional release, internal shifting. Heaven prepares you spiritually before it pours into your hands physically. And right now, something major is happening behind the veil. Your record is being updated. Your identity is being highlighted. Your name is being brought forward. Your blessing is being reactivated. This rediscovery of what belongs to you isn't punishment for anyone, it's completion for you. It's heaven saying, enough. Restore the inheritance, return what carries their name. I know some of the wounds you carry came from people you trusted. I know some opportunities slipped through hands because of betrayal, manipulation, or timing that felt cruel. But I'm telling you, as someone who has walked through injustice myself, heaven keeps receipts. And when the moment is right, heaven sends restoration with precision. Chosen one. Something hidden is rising to the surface. Something sealed is opening. Something that once slipped into silence is now demanding to be seen. This is divine insistence, a supernatural force that cannot be delayed, denied, or dismissed. And when the lawyer, the carrier, looked at what belonged to you, he felt something shift. A weight, a whisper, a presence. Because he wasn't reading a file, he was reading destiny. Something huge is moving toward you. And just like the messenger in this revelation, the person assigned to deliver your breakthrough feels the urgency in their spirit. They may not understand it with their mind, but they recognize the pull, the timing, the sacred responsibility. Chosen one. Heaven is not requesting your release. Heaven is commanding it. And this is only the beginning. Chosen one, what is unfolding in your life right now is far more intentional than it appears. The shifts you feel, the strange clarity that seems to come out of nowhere, the sudden awareness that something is moving in the unseen, all of it is part of a sacred orchestration. Heaven has been aligning a moment where what was hidden meets what was promised, and that moment is drawing near with a precision that cannot be mistaken. The person who has been assigned to carry something connected to your destiny, whether they are a lawyer, an advocate, a supervisor, or simply someone whose path has been divinely guided toward yours, has begun to sense the weight of their role. They may not know your story, yet they feel urgency. They may not know your journey, yet they feel reverence. They may not know your identity, yet they feel the unmistakable impression that your name carries meaning far beyond their understanding. That is because what they are holding is not just a file or a record. They are touching something that heaven itself has preserved. Chosen one. When heaven marks something as yours, it cannot be silenced, buried, or erased. Even people who have never met you will feel the pull of something sacred when they come into contact with your destiny. Heaven protects what belongs to its own, and it has protected you. You have not been forgotten. You have been preserved. You have not been overlooked. You have been hidden for the right moment. Your spirit needed time to heal, to grow, to rise into the version of yourself capable of carrying what is now being released. I know this because I have lived through moments where blessings seemed delayed, only to return in ways I could have never predicted, whole, restored, and multiplied. In those moments, I understood something profound. Delay is not denial. Delay is protection, and heaven has been protecting your inheritance until the moment you were ready to receive it, without losing yourself in the process. Right now, something significant is shifting behind the scenes. Systems that once resisted you are now bending in your favor. People who once overlooked you are now feeling compelled to pay attention. Records that were lost or buried are resurfacing with a purpose. This is not random. This is divine insistence. When heaven says it is time, everything must move in agreement. There are two assignments tied to your name, and they represent the two sides of your journey. One reaches into your past, restoring something you lost, something connected to your story, your lineage, your foundation. The other stretches into your future, opening a path you have not yet walked, a path of expansion, opportunity, and divine elevation. These assignments reflect who you were and who you are becoming. One brings healing. The other brings purpose. And both arrive not as rewards, but as restorations of what was always yours. The person carrying these assignments feels your presence without knowing why. They feel compelled to act even without fully understanding the spiritual gravity of their role. They are being guided step by step, not by logic, but by destiny. That is the nature of divine alignment. Even those unfamiliar with your story must move in obedience to what heaven has decreed. Chosen. 1. The emotional waves you've felt lately, the memories resurfacing, the sudden shifts in your atmosphere, these are signs of spiritual preparation. Heaven never pours blessing into a wounded identity. It heals the identity first, then releases the blessing. You are stepping into a chapter where what was withheld is being restored, where what was blocked is being opened, and where what seemed lost is returning with purpose and power. This is not just a moment of transition, it is a moment of return. Heaven is not simply giving you something new. Heaven is giving you back something essential. Something that reflects your calling, your resilience, your faith, and the unseen battles you have endured in silence. The carrier of your breakthrough is drawing closer. The timing is aligning in ways you can feel but cannot fully explain. And everything in the spiritual realm is moving with one unified instruction: return what belongs to the chosen one. What comes next will not just shift your circumstances, it will shift your entire path. Chosen one, the closer this moment comes, the more you may feel an unexplainable stirring inside your spirit. It might feel like anticipation, or a sudden quietness, or a sense that the atmosphere around you has become strangely sensitive. That is not anxiety, and it is not imagination. It is your soul recognizing the approach of something that was spoken over your life long before you understood its significance. There is someone right now, someone assigned by divine timing, who is carrying evidence of your breakthrough. They might not know your face, your story, or your battles, but they can feel something sacred tugging at them each time they see your name. They sense a weight they cannot put into words, a responsibility that doesn't feel ordinary. Even as they walk through their day, something inside them knows their role is not professional, it is prophetic. Chosen one destiny often moves through the hands of people who do not understand what they're participating in. They feel the shift, even if they cannot identify its source. They feel the urgency, even if they cannot explain it. And they feel the quiet reverence, even if they have never encountered anything spiritual before. That's how heaven operates. When it is time to release what belongs to you, even those who are not spiritually awakened will feel compelled to move in alignment. You may have noticed signs yourself, patterns, repeating memories, resurfacing, old emotions, rising and dissolving clarity, arriving at unexpected moments. These are not coincidences. They are spiritual indicators that your timeline is being rewritten. What once worked against you is now working for you. What once hid you is now revealing you. What once resisted you is now bowing to divine order. There are blessings tied to your name that have waited years, maybe decades, for this moment, and they are resurfacing with purpose. One of these blessings carries deep emotional healing closure, release the final untangling of something that wounded you far more than you ever admitted. The other blessing carries the weight of tangible change, something that will shift your steps, your stability, your position, even your identity. These two assignments were never lost. They were waiting for your spirit to mature, waiting for your heart to heal, waiting for your discernment to sharpen, waiting for the moment when receiving them would elevate you rather than overwhelm you. I've learned through my own journey that heaven often delays what we desire, because the version of us who prayed for the blessing is not the same version of us who will steward it. And chosen one, the version of you standing here today, wiser, stronger, softer, more surrendered, is precisely the version heaven has been preparing. You've walked through silence that made you question your worth. You've endured seasons that stretched you far beyond what felt fair. You've watched others receive what you prayed for while your hands remained empty. But what you did not know is that everything was being aligned in the unseen. What others received quickly, you are receiving divinely. and divine timing hits differently. It arrives with meaning, depth, restoration, and completion. The carrier approaching you now carries more than documents or decisions. They carry the manifestation of years of endurance, years of integrity, years of uncelebrated obedience. They may not understand why their hands shake or why their spirit feels heavy with purpose when they prepare something with your name on it, but you understand, because this is not business, it is fulfillment. Chosen one, the air around your destiny is shifting. What once seemed impossible is becoming inevitable. What once felt distant is now drawing near. And what once was hidden is stepping into light. The next part of your journey will awaken something in you that has been quiet for far too long. This is not a miracle you chase. This is a miracle that has been chasing you. Chosen one. There is a reason the atmosphere around your life has started to feel different. There is a reason your spirit has been unusually sensitive. Your intuition sharper, your dreams more vivid, your emotions more honest. Heaven is preparing you for a moment that will not look ordinary when it arrives. It will feel like something inside you finally exhales after holding its breath for years. Right now, the one carrying your breakthrough, the advocate, the informant, the unexpected helper has reached a point of no return. They are standing in a moment where the spiritual and the natural have collided. Even if they don't know God, they know something is happening. Even if they don't pray, they know something divine is unfolding. Their hands tremble not in fear, but in recognition. Their chest tightens not in panic, but in purpose. When they touched what belongs to you, their spirit knew they were handling destiny. They may have tried to treat it as routine, as just another task on their desk, but something kept pulling them back. A document that kept rising to the top. A name they couldn't forget. An instruction they couldn't ignore. That's not coincidence, that is divine insistence. That is heaven saying, move this forward. Do not delay what belongs to the chosen one. And as they push forward, the truth that was once hidden begins to reveal itself. Every attempt someone made to bury what was yours is coming undone. Every manipulation, every cover-up, every false signature, every closed door is being reversed one by one. Heaven does not expose to embarrass. Heaven exposes to restore. It reveals to heal. It uncovers to return what was stolen. Chosen one, you've been walking through a season where things didn't add up. Doors closed without explanation. People pulled away without reason. Opportunities dissolved before you could step into them. At the time it felt like loss, but now you're beginning to see it for what it truly was, divine protection. Heaven was protecting your name from premature handling, from untrustworthy hands, from environments not aligned with your calling. The two assignments tied to your identity, one from your past and one for your future, began shifting the moment you released bitterness from your heart, even when no one apologized. I need you to hear this clearly. Your forgiveness unlocked what was sealed. Your surrender opened what was stuck. Your decision to stay soft, even after being wounded, is the reason heaven said, now they are ready. It is your heart, your humility, your integrity that triggered this breakthrough. The emotional blessing coming toward you is not about revisiting pain. It is about closing a cycle that has followed you long enough. For years, part of you has been waiting for closure, even if you pretended you didn't need it. You will soon feel something lift off you that you didn't even realize you were carrying. The material blessing coming toward you carries weight and authority. It connects to stability, provision, opportunity, or access that was always meant for your hands but was delayed by interference, either spiritual or human. This is not a handout. It is a return. It is not charity. It is correction. This is heaven balancing the scales. And the carrier of your breakthrough feels this deeply. That is why they cannot rest until this reaches you. That is why they wake up thinking about your name. That is why their steps feel guided and their mind feels unsettled until this work is complete. They may not understand it, but you do. They're not just delivering information, they're delivering prophecy. Chosen one. Your life is shifting from waiting to receiving, from hoping to holding, from praying to walking in the manifestation. You're entering a chapter where the fingerprints of God will be so evident that even those who doubted you will say, "This had to be divine." Chosen one. As this unfolding accelerates, you may start to notice something remarkable. The world around you is responding differently to your presence. Conversations feel sharper. Time feels slower. Even silence feels fuller, almost like the air itself is holding its breath. This is what happens when destiny approaches. Your spirit senses what your mind hasn't yet fully grasped, that you are stepping into a moment heaven scheduled long before you knew how to pray for it. While all of this is happening, the one assigned to deliver your breakthrough is experiencing their own transformation. They may not realize they're part of something sacred, but everything around them testifies to it. Devices glitch when they handle your file. Lights flicker when they speak your name. They wake from dreams with your initials imprinted on their memory. Heaven is guiding them with a gentle but unshakable pull, making sure nothing derails this delivery. Chosen one, when heaven wants something to reach you, no human decision, no system failure, no hidden opposition can stop it. Pathways open, instructions shift, keys find the right hands, even technology bends to divine order. What belongs to you begins to search for you. And that is exactly what is happening now. Your inheritance, both emotional and material, is moving with intention drawn toward you like iron to a magnet. You may feel a softness in your chest or a warmth near your heart in moments when you least expect it. That is not emotion alone, it is alignment. It is heaven adjusting your internal frequency to match what is being released externally. Spiritual blessing always shows up in your spirit before it shows up in your hands. Your body, your intuition, your dreams, they are all registering the coming shift. And let me tell you something beautiful. Your ancestors, the ones whose prayers shaped your lineage, are standing behind this moment. You are not receiving this blessing alone. You are completing a story that began generations before you. Some of the blessings coming your way were meant for your bloodline long before you arrived, but they were delayed, mishandled, or misdirected. Heaven is correcting that now. The restoration you are stepping into is bigger than your lifetime. It is generational. This is why the carrier feels such pressure. This is not a matter of paperwork, it is a matter of legacy. It is not about a signature, it is about divine order. When the messenger saw the original signature that tried to block your blessing, something inside them broke open. They felt the weight of injustice, the burden of a cover-up, and the urgency of a destiny trying to breathe again. They may never understand the spiritual roots of what they uncovered, but they feel the truth of it in their bones. Chosen one. Truth always rises. It doesn't matter how deep it's buried or how long it's hidden. Darkness can cover truth, but it cannot kill it. And now that the seal over your blessing has cracked open, everything that once resisted you is collapsing. What was once undecided is now certain. What was once delayed is now advancing. What was once hidden is now emerging. There is a reason you feel calm even though nothing has visibly changed yet. It's the same calm a person feels right before a long-awaited answer finally arrives. Peace always shows up before the manifestation. Peace is heaven's way of saying, prepare your hands, because what you prayed for is already on the way. Chosen one. The carrier of your destiny is now closer than ever. Their steps are guided by divine instruction. Their timing is synchronized with heavenly order. Their mission is nearly complete, and the moment they reach you, your life will never look the same again. Chosen one. Something extraordinary is happening in the unseen, and whether you realize it or not, you have already stepped into a different spiritual atmosphere. There is a settling in your soul, a quiet knowing, a sense that something is coming, even if you cannot yet name it. This isn't imagination, it's recognition. Your spirit is recognizing a moment heaven has been preparing you for. Meanwhile, the one entrusted with your breakthrough is reaching a state of spiritual sensitivity they don't fully understand. They keep feeling nudges that interrupt their routine. Their thoughts drift back to your case at random times. They feel compelled to double-check things, to move faster, to prioritize your name above all others. It isn't because they favor you, they don't even know you. It's because they've been touched by divine urgency. Chosen one, when something carries your spiritual imprint, even those assigned to handle it will feel a pull they can't explain. This is why the carrier cannot rest. This is why their dreams are filled with signs they don't comprehend. This is why they feel pressed to complete what was assigned to them. They don't realize it yet, but they are being guided by a hand far greater than their own. Heaven is orchestrating the movement of every detail, from the timing of their steps to the way your name rises in their spirit. They may try to shake it off, dismiss it, or rationalize it, but the pull grows stronger, because what they are carrying is not just a document, it is prophecy, it is justice, it is restoration, it is divine order echoing through the natural world. You, chosen one, have walked through enough seasons of being misunderstood, underestimated, and under-recognized. Yet every time you could have retaliated, you chose restraint. Every time you could have closed your heart, you chose to keep it open. Every time bitterness wanted to take root, you chose forgiveness. These decisions, quiet and unseen, have built a spiritual foundation strong enough to hold the blessing now approaching you. This is why heaven waited. Because what is being released is not small, it is not random, it is not temporary, it is life-altering, generational, foundational. It marks the end of one spiritual cycle and the beginning of another. Your past seasons, the grief, the betrayal, the silence were not punishments. They were preparation. They were shaping your discernment, softening your spirit, strengthening your character, breaking your reliance on the wrong people, teaching you how to hear the whisper of God even when everything around you was loud. And now, because you endured without letting darkness claim your heart, heaven is returning what was stolen. This is why the breakthrough feels different. It's not coming as compensation, it's coming as completion. It's not arriving as luck, it's arriving as alignment. The emotional blessing coming your way carries healing so deep it will feel like breathing new air. The material blessing carries authority, opportunity, and stability you fought for without ever seeing results. Heaven is merging the two, because restoring your heart without restoring your circumstances would be incomplete, and restoring your circumstances without healing your heart would be insufficient. Chosen one, everything is aligning, even the natural elements are responding. Winds shift, devices glitch. Time stands still. These are not random occurrences. They are the physical world reacting to divine intervention. And now, as the carrier steps closer to your door, spiritually, emotionally, and literally, the final veil between you and your breakthrough grows thinner. What once seemed distant is now within reach. What once felt impossible is now inevitable. What once was hidden is now glowing in plain sight. You are not walking toward your blessing anymore. Your blessing is walking toward you. Chosen one, as the final layers of this moment unfold, you may begin to notice something profound. The world around you is responding to your destiny before your mind fully catches up. You may sense a quiet anticipation in the atmosphere, a stillness that feels almost holy, as if creation itself is preparing for your arrival into a chapter long written but only now revealed. This is what divine timing feels like, not rushed, not forced, but inevitable. Meanwhile, the one carrying your breakthrough has stepped into a sacred intersection they cannot articulate. They are touching destiny every time they touch your name. Their heart beats differently, their thoughts shift unexpectedly. Even the simplest tasks feel heavier, more meaningful, as though the air thickens when they approach anything connected to you. They don't understand it, but they can feel the assignment. Chosen one. Heaven is guiding them with precision. Their steps are ordered, their instincts are sharpened, their spirit is stirred, even if they don't have the language for it. They are beginning to witness signs, patterns of numbers, sudden clarity, inexplicable peace that nudge them toward completion. They might question what they're feeling, but they cannot ignore it. Heaven will not allow them to. This is the nature of divine alignment. When it is time for something to reach you, even the people who stand in the way of it unknowingly assist the process. Systems bend, doors unlock, hidden information surfaces, even obstacles become bridges. Every force that once resisted you becomes a tool in the hands of destiny. And chosen one destiny is not sneaking into your life. It is arriving with authority. You may feel waves of emotion rising and falling, sometimes without warning. One moment you feel peaceful, the next overwhelmed. That is your spirit adjusting to new spiritual weight. Something in you is expanding. Something in you is preparing to hold what once felt too heavy. This is not instability, it is transition. Just as light fills a room gradually when the sun rises, your spirit is adjusting to a blessing that has already begun breaking through. You might also feel an unusual tenderness towards certain memories, not because they hurt the way they used to, but because they are losing their power. Healing is settling into places you once avoided. The past is no longer acting as an anchor, it's becoming a testimony. This is how you know the emotional blessing is close. The material blessing, the second assignment, carries its own energy. It's the kind of shift that changes your daily life. New opportunities, unexpected favor, restored rights, open doors. These are all symptoms of divine correction. Heaven is not improvising, it is completing. And what is coming is not something you are chasing, but something that has been chasing you. Chosen one. You are walking into a moment where everything that felt disordered is beginning to align effortlessly. In the spirit, the carrier has already reached the threshold of your destiny. They are closer than you imagine. Their mind cannot release your name. Their steps cannot change direction. Their purpose cannot be postponed. And now something remarkable is happening on their side, a moment of quiet realization that this is no longer work, this is calling. They can feel the sacredness of the task. They can sense the shift in the atmosphere when they hold the final documents. They may pause, breathe, close their eyes without knowing why, but you know. They are standing in the presence of something appointed by God. The natural world responds as well. Clocks pause, light shifts, air thickens, silence grows louder. These are subtle signatures of divine activity. Heaven is placing its imprint on the moment before the blessing reaches your hands. Chosen one, what is unfolding is bigger than you, bigger than the carrier, bigger than the injustice, bigger than the delay. It is a story written in heaven, finally manifesting on earth. And when the final veil lifts, you will feel a peace so deep it will quiet years of questioning in a single breath. You are not stepping into victory. Victory is stepping into you. Chosen one, as everything converges into this sacred final moment, the atmosphere around your destiny is no longer whispering, it is declaring. What once felt distant is now pressing against the door of your life. What once moved slowly is now rushing toward you with unstoppable momentum. You may feel a heaviness in your chest, a warmth in your hands, or an overwhelming peace that makes no logical sense. This is not emotion. This is the nearness of fulfillment. Right now, the one carrying your breakthrough has reached the point where destiny can no longer be delayed. Their spirit is steady, their steps are guided, and their assignment has become clear, even if they cannot articulate it. They are no longer questioning the urgency they feel, they are honoring it. They are no longer resisting the pull, they are following it. They are no longer moving with uncertainty, they are moving with reverence. And as they approach the final act of delivering what belongs to you, heaven is surrounding this moment with a stillness that can only be described as holy. Time feels slower because heaven is giving your spirit room to receive. The world feels quieter because heaven is making space for clarity. Even your breath feels different because your soul knows something is ending and something far greater is beginning. Chosen one, everything you have endured, every silent battle, every hidden tear, every moment you stayed faithful when no one saw your struggle has brought you here. Nothing was wasted, nothing was overlooked, nothing was ignored. Heaven counted every step, and now heaven is rewarding every sacrifice. The two assignments tied to your name are no longer approaching, they are arriving. The emotional restoration will soften places in you that you thought were permanently hardened. The material release will shift the structure of your life in ways you once believed were impossible. Together they will form a completeness your heart has been craving for years. This is not relief. This is resurrection. This is not compensation. This is divine correction. This is not coincidence. This is prophecy unfolding. And now, chosen one, as the carrier stands spiritually and for some of you literally at the threshold of your destiny, all of heaven leans in. The veil thins, the atmosphere thickens, the promise breathes, the blessing rises. You are not stepping into a new chapter, you are stepping into the chapter heaven wrote first. This is the moment where what was hidden becomes visible, where what was delayed becomes accelerated, where what was broken becomes restored, where what was stolen becomes returned, where who you were becomes who you are meant to be. Chosen one, your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven, your season has been sealed, your alignment is complete, and what is coming next will not just change your life. It will confirm everything heaven ever whispered to your spirit. The blessing is not on the way anymore, it has arrived. Anointed one, you are standing in your Kairos moment. This is your divine timing. The transfer has begun, not later, not eventually, but now. Walk forward with quiet boldness. Walk knowing restoration is your portion and alignment is your reality. May peace settle over you like a mantle. May clarity guide your steps. May courage rise in your chest. And may your hands be ready to hold what heaven has released. If this word touched your spirit, you may type Amen as a sign of agreement. And if you feel led, subscribe so you don't miss what heaven reveals next. Chosen one, go in grace. Go in confidence. Your blessing is in motion. Heaven is watching.